uploading content to the internet or evidence which such officers have reason to believe is material to the investigation of said crimes.
Imagine going to prison for saying that child predators should be punished, and for owning a legal airsoft gun. A few days ago, my brother Ibrahim X was arrested on charges to do with the Online Safety Bill and the Terrorism Act, and he had all of his devices seized. And as a side note, if you want to help him fight this case, then I'll leave a link below. You can give some money if you want to. But back to the video. To speak out against child groomers and to say a man is a man and a woman is a woman is apparently a crime now. What happened to freedom of speech? Or was it all just an illusion? I often hear people, including my parents, say that, at least we have freedom of speech here. In those Muslim countries, they don't even have freedom of speech. How wrong they were. Just 5 days ago, the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, or whatever, anyway, he stated in a speech,
"We shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's just common sense."
The men are men and women are women, and you can't change that. Is he going to be arrested? So I think this begs the question, why was Ibrahim arrested for saying something which is so obvious? And ultimately, why are Muslim influencers so quiet? Firstly, let me explain my position in this. So I've known of Ibrahim X for about 6 to 7 months now. Roughly 3 months ago, we were both invited to do this big Revert live stream, and that's where we both got acquainted. Some of you may even remember that. A month later, I reached out to him and asked him, would you like to do a podcast? So he came onto my channel and we spoke about a whole bunch of controversial topics. And we got along really well. So shortly after that, I approached him and another influencer with a business opportunity, a big business idea, and they loved it. So we got to work. Since then, I've spoken to Ibrahim on a very regular basis, and I've gotten to know him on quite a personal level. And I would say out of the whole social media space, I'm one of the people who knows him the best. And I have a great insight into who he is as a person and where his heart truly is. He's a fellow content creator, business partner, and most recently a friend. And together we've witnessed some crazy hypocrisy from mainstream Muslim influencers that would shock their fans if they found out. But we haven't really spoken about it. And it would be very, very difficult for you to name a Muslim influencer with over 100,000 followers who wasn't trying to monetize their following without providing value in return. Instead, Ibrahim has created a whole platform and he's put up basically all of his money, I think like £70,000, which is, it's a lot of money, in order to create a platform where it's social media, but it's haram free. Something which no other Muslim influencer, even the ones with a bunch of money, has even bothered to do. And it's surprising. Well, it'll be surprising for you, the viewer. It's not really surprising for me or Ibrahim that most Muslim influencers have been reluctant to actually join that platform. There's a handful, but most have not really been liking the idea. And we found out recently that it's because there have been certain Muslim influencers who have been scheming behind the scenes and telling people not to join it. And it's crazy to think that, and I'm not going to say exactly who, but it's crazy to think that because this is a platform where there's no haram, or very, very, very small amounts, and it will be removed as soon as possible. Why would you want to stop people from joining that? Oh boy, some of the stuff you viewers do not get to see. We have Muslim influencers who claim to spread Islam with kindness and love, who publicly say that Ibrahim is lying, or something smells a bit fishy. Maybe it's the OnlyFans models you're hanging out with. They say he's lying about being arrested and say, show me the proof. But then you send them the proof and they still deny it. These are the same people scheming. These are the same people scamming their audiences out of hundreds of dollars for a rubbish tracksuit. These are the same people who claim to spread the word of Islam whilst hanging out with OnlyFans models. And they think it's all sweet. Nah, bruv. And there's way more to the story, but I'll let Ibrahim tell that himself next week. inshallah. Ibrahim is someone who speaks about things which most Muslim influencers do not want to speak about because it will impact their pockets. So there's a reason to silence him. And what a coincidence. Silencing Ibrahim comes a day before all of these events that happen. I'm not going to say what it is. You know exactly what it is. And look, there's so much more to say and there's so much more to unpack. But I don't feel like it's my place to do so. Ibrahim asked me to do this video, so I did it. That's my brother. But I'll let him tell the rest of the story. And I look forward to that video. If you want to help Ibrahim fight this case, I'll leave the links below. Otherwise, keep him in your prayers and share this video so there's more awareness. My next video is going straight back to self-improvement, masculinity, how to become a better man. This video was a one-off. And yeah, I'll see you shortly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Uploading content to the internet or evidence which such officers have reason to believe is material to the investigation of said crimes, or do otherwise as your lordship shall deem meet. And that's electronically signed by Sheriff Timothy Niven Smith, dated.
Actually scared to say anything now. He isn't going to be left with bad policemen.
No, it's going to be me. It's me that wants let's watch the video.
There's so much just now about the police, a lot about abuse and the Met and all that, and we are just a normal family, and I'm very reluctant for you even to take him because he's mine. And I get you're doing your job.
I get that you're a mother,
yeah.
But unfortunately, it's a lawful arrest, so we will be having to take him away imminently, and thereafter I'll be going down to question him after he's been given his
But there's none of this horrible tactics. This is because to me, he's not going out and hurt an old lady. He's not knocked anybody down in a car. He's not done anything wrong.
Nothing with that goes, didn't
the horrible tactics. I don't know what you mean by that.
I just mean this just seems a bit.
It's completely lawful.
This just seems a bit dystopian. This just seems a bit. Be quiet unless you say what we like, and all of a sudden you can come in to my home.
I would like to think that that's not the impression we're given. We're allowing you to communicate with us. You have your opinions, and you obviously don't agree.
I don't understand. It's not that I don't agree. I don't understand.
But I don't think you would be able to either, though, because you're saying that you have a view of this. What the law is that we're taking away for your opinion. You don't think that should be criminal.
I assumed.
That's how I'm interpreting what you're saying.
Maybe the shock and the adrenaline's coming across as incorrectly. I assumed that a law would be someone was harmed, someone would make a complaint.
There's many different laws covering many facets within society.
Right.
I'm not understanding this at all, and I feel I should be doing something.